year. Champions for Kids Razor Fest presented by Kellogg's and the Red White game Saturday, April 26th at Razorback Stadium. Plus, Champions for Kids is fighting hunger. Donate food items and you'll be entered to win a brand new TV. Get a sneak peek of your 2014 Razorbacks at the Red and White game. For a great cause, Champions for Kids Razor Fest presented by Kellogg's, Saturday, April 26th. Covering more news where you live. This is 5 News This Morning.
Cyclists from 20 countries, all 50 states, are coming to Northwest Arkansas for the Joe Martin Stage Race. What you need to know in just a minute.
Plus, keeping commerce moving on the Arkansas River, a ceremony in Fort Smith will memorialize new rail tracks just put in. Who will be in attendance for that in just a moment? First, 5 o'clock on your Thursday, and Joe, you are catching some storms on the radar this morning.
Yeah, very stormy morning across, especially eastern Oklahoma and the River Valley. Good morning, everybody. You might have woke up just a few minutes ago as some of those storms moved into the area. These storms are not severe, but we are hearing a lot of thunder, and there is a lot of heavy rain within these storms moving through this morning. Let's get over to Max 5 Doppler. I want to show you what's going on. We're all clear from Bentonville into Fayetteville, but once we work our way further south, that's where we are seeing some of the heavier rain this morning. It's basically stretching right along Highway 71 and Interstate 540 from Chester into Mountainburg, Alma, Van Buren, Fort Smith. The heaviest of the rain is actually moved through downtown Fort Smith and the north side of town. Also, it's moved past Dora this morning. Just a couple lingering showers out towards Chalapaw, Muldrow, and Spiro. But I want to take you into where we see the heaviest of the rain right now, and that is stretching from right along Alma into Van Buren at the interchange there of 540 and 40 in Alma heading north, and that extends all the way down to Van Alma over to Kibler, over towards Barling, and all the way down toward Pecola and Rock Island. Greenwood, you're about to see some heavy rain here in about 10 minutes. Again, no severe weather, but that rain will pick up. Keep that umbrella with you as you head out this morning. All the way down toward around Toto and Heathner and Worcester, those storms continue, but they are losing a little bit of steam as they head off to the east. So expect some rain in Waldron, Mansfield, Hackett, Hartford, over toward Boonville and Paris this morning. A couple more showers just to the north of Mountainburg, Year 5 in Uniontown this morning. Temperatures are warm into the mid-60s in northwest Arkansas and to the lower 60s in the Fort Smith area. 67 degrees, very warm as those storms passed through Toto early this morning. Keep the umbrella handy. Storms are moving out this morning, but more will be on the way into the afternoon. We'll talk about that and a severe weather risk for the weekend that's coming up.
New this morning, a Bella Vista home is destroyed in an early morning fire.
Authorities say other homes were threatened when the house went up in flames around 3 o'clock this morning. Take a look at this photo sent in by a 5 News viewer. As you can see, the house engulfed in flames. This happened at 128 Leicester Drive. No reports of injuries just yet. An eyewitness says Bentonville Fire Department assisted the Bella Vista fire crews in exposure protection and with the EMS calls. Stay with 5 News as we continue to update this story throughout the morning. Hundreds of cyclists are in northwest Arkansas for the 37th annual Joe Martin Stage Race.
They come from 20 countries and all 50 states. Today marks day 1 of the race in a different location. It'll start at Devil's Den State Park at 1:30 this afternoon this year. This is a video from that race last year. It's an uphill course, 2.5 miles long. The event has been going on for 37 years, and it's full of tradition. The Joe Martin Stage Race began as the Fayetteville Spring Classic in 1978. When race director Joe Martin died in 1989, the race was renamed in his honor. The biggest names in cycling compete in this 4-day race, as well as amateur cyclists who have this on their bucket list.
It's really to race an international field. You got guys from South America, guys from Europe, good guys from North America. So it's a really good learning opportunity, and it's good to see where you stand.
All of the top teams show up, so it's a very difficult race to be able to win. But it's safe courses, it's well organized, it's run well, it's great host housing, it's everything you can ask for.
Race director Bruce Dunn says the race will bring in between $800,000 and $1 million to northwest Arkansas. Well, there's no road closures to worry about with the race today, but coming up tomorrow, West Street between Prairie and Dixon Street in Fayetteville will be closed from 3 to 7 at night. Dixon Street between West Street and Block Street will also be closed.
Looking ahead, the Port of Fort Smith will hold a dedication ceremony today to memorialize new rail tracks that have been installed. Port of Fort Smith operator Marty Shell says the tracks that were replaced 43 years old. And with the new tracks, Shell says they'll keep commerce moving on the Arkansas River and throughout the Fort Smith community. And it's all thanks to Senators Jake Files and Bruce Collins, plus House members Stephanie Malone and George McGill.
We're really blessed right here in the Fort Smith area to have a reciprocal switching with 3 Class 1 railroads. We have the UP, the BN, and the KCS. Thus, it gives you another mode of transportation into the area for factories and end users to be able to utilize the public Port of Fort Smith for having rail commerce, truck commerce, and barge commerce.
The rails brought back $83,000 in state revenue to the Fort Smith area. Today's ceremony will start at 1 p.m. at the Port of Fort Smith on Navy Road.
Senator John Bozeman is recovering this morning after undergoing an emergency heart surgery. At last check, he was in stable condition. Bozeman suffered an acute aortic dissection earlier this week, which means he had a tear in the wall of his aorta. That's the main artery in the body, and it carries oxygenated blood from the heart. His longtime friend and former football teammate says he's confident Bozeman will make a speedy recovery.
Certainly there's always be a shock when you wake up in the middle of the night or whenever and something's not right. He'll fight through it and be back doing what he feels he's been called to do.
Doctors say it will take Bozeman a few weeks to recover.
A Sequoia County teen is arrested in an ATV crash that left another teen severely injured. 18-year-old Kyle Brannon is accused of destroying evidence. This after 16-year-old Christian Mayberry was riding on a county road near Muldrow last year. He ran off the road and was ejected from the ATV. He ended up in a ditch where he laid for hours. Police say Brannon tried to clean up the wreck by picking up an ice chest and beer, even moving Mayberry's body. Brannon was released yesterday on a $2,000 bond.
2 men on Oklahoma's death row are scheduled to be executed after the state Supreme Court lifts their stay of execution, which was put in place just a few days ago. Clayton Lockett and Charles Warner have argued that the state's secrecy over the combination of lethal drugs violates their rights and could result in a cruel and unusual death. The High Court looked at the issue and decided state officials are well within their rights to keep that information secret. Both executions are now scheduled for next week. Starting today, you can transfer money through your neighborhood Walmart store. The new service allows customers to transfer up to $900 between more than 4,000 Walmart locations for a discounted fee. The program is designed to expand Walmart's financial services for its low-income shoppers. It will compete with other money-sharing services like MoneyGram and Western Union. The FDA is making another attempt at regulating electronic cigarettes and other tobacco products. The agency is proposing rules that call for strict regulation of electronic cigarettes, cigars, pipe tobacco, nicotine gels, water pipe tobacco, and hookahs. Now, currently, the FDA only has regulatory authority over cigarettes, smokeless tobacco, and roll-your-own tobacco. The recommendations will be finalized following a 75-day public comment period.
President Obama is in Japan condemning Russia for not following the deal reached in Geneva that would ease tensions in Ukraine. On Tuesday, Ukraine's interim government resumed an anti-terrorist operation against pro-Russian activists who continue to occupy government buildings in eastern Ukraine. The president says further sanctions against Moscow are now speed up.
If, once again, Russia fails to abide by both the spirit and the letter of what was discussed in Geneva, that there will be further consequences and we will ramp up further sanctions.
Russia's foreign minister issued his strongest warning yet, saying Moscow could intervene if violence persists.
The search picks back up for remnants of missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 after officials determined a metal object found yesterday was not from the aircraft. The object was found on a Western Australian beach. An underwater drone deployed to locate the source of pings heard in the ocean has so far found nothing.
Just about 9 minutes after 5 o'clock, I should say, this morning in northwest Arkansas, really no major travel problems on the roadways. We have clear conditions as far as rain goes across northwest Arkansas, so that's not going to be a slowdown early this morning. However, in the River Valley, we're going to be looking at some delays as heavy rain moves through the Fort Smith area over toward Alma and eventually Ozark and Poto this morning. So I'm going to allow yourself a little bit of extra time this morning for me to take you out over the next few minutes. We are tracking storms early this morning on the radar. We'll talk about when the storms move into your area. We're also going to take a look at more chances for storms this afternoon coming up in the forecast.
5:09 on the clock. You know, most kids love chocolate milk, but what are the benefits? Plus, why are some schools trying to ban it? That's next in your Health Watch.
You're watching 5 News with Heather Lewis, Jenny Clyburn, and meteorologist Joe Pennington.
Since 1945, Pennington has been a part of American tradition. From burgers and dogs to cannonballs. But tradition shouldn't include blaming yourself if your grass doesn't stay green. It's not you. You're using the wrong seed. Unlike ordinary seed, drought-resistant Pennington Smart Seed keeps grass green for up to 3 weeks without water. Because we'd rather see water used for things other than sprinklers. It is part of our tradition, twice the seed and no filler. Scouts can't say that. Pennington, honest green.
At Internight Center, your eyes are a precious commodity. Doctors Randy Innes and Shane Laster provide extensive eye care that will see you through a lifetime. We were the first to offer all laser LASIK, and now we are the first in the River Valley to offer laser cataract surgery. You can count on our highly trained staff to help you with all your eye care needs. Eye Center and the Executive Heart Surgery Center in Fort Smith.
Hey, spring clean out sale.
Items for every room in your home selling for pennies on the dollar.
You'll enjoy huge savings on overstock, discontinued, and closeout items.
You'll find famous name brands selling at a fraction of normal retail. And you'll enjoy interest-free financing for 36 months.
Remember, all items first come, first served. The spring clean out sale at Hank. Fine furniture.
Number 10, a very important moment in my life when I got my law license. In a court, in front of a judge, hand on a Bible, I swore to advance the cause of justice, defend the rights of all people, whose trust is conferred upon me as an attorney. These are more than just words. It's the way I run my law practice. If you or a family member has been injured, call me. I'll be on your side, by your side. That's a promise.
When you or your family is threatened, having the legal right to self-defense can be a matter of life or death. That's why David Sterling is fighting to pass a Stand Your Ground law here in Arkansas. Sterling's a member of the Christian Legal Society that fought to protect the unborn and defend religious freedom. Now Sterling wants the Arkansas legislature to pass a Stand Your Ground law so law-abiding citizens can defend themselves whenever and wherever they're threatened. Call your legislator and tell them to join David Sterling's fight for a Stand Your Ground law.
How do I steal people's money? You got your free lunch scam. Get in on this opportunity right now. Plus, you get a free lunch. Your sweetheart scam, grandparent scam, those are exciting. Hello, Grandma? I'm in jail in Tijuana. They're telling me I need $3,000. Oh, if I'm feeling old school, I could just jump in your garbage. Come up with a credit card bill. Ka-ching. I'm now you.
Visit the AARP Fraud Watch Network to protect yourself from the latest scams and con artists like this guy.
5 News This Morning is sponsored by AARP.
In your Health Watch, do your kids prefer chocolate milk over regular milk? Well, some schools across the nation are actually getting rid of the drink to keep kids healthier, but a new study shows that may do more harm than good. According to a new Cornell University study, when schools banned the sale of chocolate milk, overall milk sales dropped by 10%. Schools thought of banning it, it would lower sugar intake, and it did, but it also lowered the amount of protein and calcium kids get in their diet. Young people who smoke marijuana may be putting themselves at risk for heart disease. A new study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association shows from 2006 to 2010, they found 35 reports of patients who experienced heart complications after using marijuana. The chief of cardiology at Georgetown University says these findings don't show a level of risk, but they do indicate some sort of link between weed and heart disease. 5:13 is now on the clock, and some storms on the radar this morning. Joe's taking a close look at it. Here's Tim with more. Here he is with more.
Yeah, it has kind of been a busy morning for a lot of folks across eastern Oklahoma and the River Valley with storms moving in. None of these storms are severe, but they are producing a lot of thunder, a lot of heavy rain. And keep that umbrella handy because not only do we have storms early this morning, we'll see storms periodically throughout the rest of the morning drive and into the afternoon as well. Let's get right to where the storms are right now with Max 5 Doppler. The heaviest of the rain moving through the River Valley from around Mountainburg to Alma, just east of Van Buren now, and east of Fort Smith. The heaviest of the rain has actually moved through Fort Smith and is pushing through Barling and Lavaca right now. This is going to be moving over toward Mulberry and Dyer along the Interstate 40 and Highway 64. And eventually this is going to move out towards Cecil as well, and Cedar Pender, Charleston. Expect some heavy rain over the next about 15 to 20 minutes. No severe weather in this line of showers and storms moving on through. Greenwood, get ready for some heavy rain moving through and more heavier showers moving back into the Poto area this morning, even a few lightning strikes out there. This line that I've been watching as well in southern parts of LaFleur County this morning, slowly starting to die down. Earlier, some pretty good heavy rain moved through Heathner, but as this moves off to the east, it is dying out. But expect some rain in Mansfield, Hackett, into Walder and Y-City, and eventually over towards Boonville as well this morning. I want to take you back up to the north in northern Crawford County, southern Washington County. Some heavier showers now developing from Winslow south, also near Westport. We're going to see some rain in Fayetteville this morning as well. Also into Bentonville, some more showers developing out toward Pryor, and even more showers developing back in central Oklahoma. Again, these showers are going to be in and out throughout the rest of the morning. Not only do we have the rain, we have warmer temperatures starting off in the mid-60s in northwest Arkansas this morning. Abnormally warm, 65 degrees in Fayetteville, 66 in Bentonville, 63 in Fort Smith, and 64 in Poto, 55 degrees, a touch cooler over in Clarksville this morning. Winds are kind of breezy in northwest Arkansas as well, out of the south before that rain arrives, but the wind's fairly calm across the River Valley. So keep the umbrella handy. You'll need it this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures will warm up into the 70s by lunchtime, but those scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue. We're going to see a cold front moving in today. There's going to be enough moisture out there. There's going to be enough heat to give us a few stronger thunderstorms. But the overall severe weather risk here in our area is lower today. It actually picks up into central and eastern Arkansas. Those storms will be gradually working their way out by around 7 to 8 o'clock tonight. And once those storms move out, temperatures are going to fall back into the 40s and the 50s for a chilly evening ahead for us. Scattered storms will be around today with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Southwest winds will pick up throughout the rest of the morning into the afternoon, especially in the River Valley where winds are kind of light right now. They're going to pick up by the afternoon. And tonight, storms move out, and it's going to clear off and cool down into the 40s for overnight lows. Tomorrow's going to be beautiful, 70s as we wrap up the week in northwest Arkansas. So if you're getting prepared for the weekend, got some great weather for us tomorrow. Saturday, especially Saturday morning, the weather's going to be great. We're going to see temperatures on the warmer side by Saturday afternoon. The main storm chances are going to hold off until late Saturday night, and especially on Sunday. We've been saying this since Monday. We've got to keep a close eye on Sunday for the potential for widespread severe weather here in our area. That system will kind of linger around into Monday and Tuesday with some rain chances continuing. But look at temperatures. They're going to cool back down into the 50s in northwest Arkansas by around Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. To the River Valley, we have rain out there now. We'll continue to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the rest of the morning into the afternoon. And tomorrow, warm, low 80s. That humidity is going to start to come back. And Saturday morning, if you have some plans, maybe you're running in the Las Vegas half marathon in Russellville on Saturday morning. It's going to be a little bit warmer out there, a little bit humid for that race. And severe weather moves in on Sunday. Keep that in the back of your mind. Saturday morning, race to the clear. Also, we're looking at a lot of other events going on. The red-white games shouldn't have any major problems with those events. Saturday, Sunday is the day to watch. And those allergies. And the allergies are coming back too.
They are.
Sneezing this morning. I think a lot of people are sniffling and sneezing as well.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, Joe, thanks. Time for sports now. The Diamond Hogs hammering Northwestern State again at Baum Stadium. And Bobby with a look back at the game.
The Diamond Hogs hit the final stretch of the regular season, and if the past 2 days were any indication, they may have hit their stride as well. Hogs hosted Northwestern State yesterday. It was all Arkansas, all the time, all over it from the start. Brian Anderson, a 3-run home run that gets out in a hurry. That one lands in the bullpen. He had 6 RBIs over the 2-game series. He's starting to heat up during the home stretch. Not pictured was a 3-run home run by Eric Fisher. That was his team-leading 7th of the year, and it's his power surge that sparked the Hogs offense heading into a weekend series with Auburn.
Just trying to stand in my legs and really trying to drive the ball and just kind of getting good pitches to swing at and putting a good swing on them and just getting hitting the bottom half of the ball and it's getting out.
Yeah, he's an older kid. He's confident, and when he puts everything, a good swing on the ball, makes solid contact, he's getting out of the park.
It almost seems like there's no off season in the NFL. Once the Super Bowl's over, we look forward to the Combine. After that, yesterday was the focal point. The 2014 NFL schedule was released last night, and the Cowboys, well, they get to kick off the season against a longtime rival, the San Francisco 49ers. They've been in the NFC Championship game each of the past 3 years, but the Cowboys get that game in Arlington. Let's take a little bit deeper look at the Cowboys' key games for next year. They have to travel to the defending Super Bowl champions on October 12th. And like every year, the Cowboys are going to be at home on Turkey Day. Dallas hosts the Eagles on St. Gobbler's Day. Can't forget about the Chiefs. They started the year well last year. Kind of stumbled down the stretch. They kicked off the season hosting the Titans on September the 7th. So you see the pair of big ones there. A pair of games against the Broncos and a home date on Monday Night Football, September 29th, with the New England Patriots. Joe Pennington's already started trash talking on Twitter. You may have to road trip to that one, Joe. We'll see you tomorrow.
He always trash talks on Twitter.
Yeah, he always does that. All right, talk about safety one for the team in the closing minutes, game 2. Did you see this?
Yeah.
When the Bobcats in the key, Bobcats forward Josh McRoberts elbowed LeBron James in the throat as he drove to the rim. Watch it again here. No flagrant foul was called on the play. As you can see, James had to take a moment to catch his breath. In a post-game interview, James said he was only focused on breathing and not whether or not a foul was actually called. By the way, the Heat did win the game, moved 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, that's not a
Looks painful. Still to come, for all you daredevils out there, a new world record is set in base jumping. The adrenaline-filled video after the break.
It's the Sea-Doo Spring Fling Sales Event every day through Monday at Bradford Marine and ATV at all 5 statewide locations. Check out the all-new 2014 Sea-Doo Spark with a Rotex 908 inches. The Sea-Doo Spark is lightweight, easy to ride, and starts at only $4,999 with on-the-spot financing. Hurry in today. Limited quantities available. It's the Sea-Doo Spring Fling Sales Event going on now at Bradford Marine and ATV in North Little Rock, Hot Springs, Springdale, Texarkana, and Bass Pro in Little Rock.
You know, you don't need a PhD in tractorology to understand that more power is a good thing. Mahindra tractors are engineered for maximum power and backed by a 5-year powertrain warranty. Yes, sir. Mahindra tractors even have enough power to give the competition a lift. Take a good look at the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra.
Alma Tractor and Equipment, corner of 64 at 71 in Alma.
Ram doesn't crunch numbers, Ram crushes them. 850 pound-feet of Cummins diesel torque, 30,000 best pounds towing, 4,430 best pounds payload, 28 best miles per gallon highway, and 1 2014 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Ram, the best towing, payload, and fuel economy out there. Get $8,000 in total values on the new 2014 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
I guess I never really gave much thought to the acidity in any food. Never thought about the coffee I was drinking having acids. It never dawned on me that it could hurt your teeth. My dentist has told me your enamel is wearing away. And that sounded really scary to me, and I was like, can you fix it? Can you paint it back on? And he explained that it's not something that grows back, so it's kind of a one-time shot, and you have to care for it. He told me to use enamel. It's going to help protect the enamel in your teeth. It allows me to continue to drink my coffee and to eat healthier, and it was a real easy fix to me.
The center prior says my military service gives me, quote, a sense of entitlement. So I brought in an expert.
Did I say Eddie Cotton?
I met Sergeant Norton at basic training.
It's still Drill Sergeant Norton Cotton. Eddie.
Drill Sergeant Norton taught me how to be a soldier. Accountability, humility, and putting the unit before yourself. That training stuff.
It better have. Now what, Cotton?
Permission to speak?
Speak, Cotton.
I'm Tom Cotton. I approve this message.
You on thin ice, Cotton.
The $4 menu presents many options. His grandson, only one spoon.
Master, how does one decide between the original double in cheese or the fresh guacamole steak burger? The garlic double steak burger, or an all beef Chicago style football?
How do you decide, Master?
Pictures.
The $4 menu, where all meals are under $4. At Steak and Shake.
And just before 5:30, we'll watch some showers and storms rolling through this morning. No severe weather, so if you're waking up early this morning with some sounds of some thunder, rest easy. No severe weather, but certainly some heavy rain out there in the River Valley and parts of northwest Arkansas this morning. We're even watching more storms developing back to the west. Keep the umbrella handy as you head out for that early morning commute. We'll talk about the storms later on this morning that'll be affecting the area, and also chance of more severe weather by the weekend. More on that coming up.
Across the nation, a recall is underway, so listen up. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says 800,000 summer infant video monitors are being recalled. Why? Well, the rechargeable battery from a handheld monitor can overheat and rupture, posing a burn hazard. Units were sold between 2010 and 2012 at stores such as Walmart, Target, and Babies R Us.
Making the best out of a bad situation, the National Corvette Museum has decided to put the sinkhole that swallowed 8 of their classic cars out on display. This weekend, the public will get